Everybody, welcome back to the Cloud2275 stream. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. I'm doing good. So, I was a few beers in yesterday, enjoying myself, enjoying the game, and may have forgot to turn the mic on for when I was doing that lore read. So, if you've gotten this far into the stream, thanks very much for continuing. But we're continuing.
How might this old soul be of service?
With
if
the
you have a
lore
question
read.
for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Lay of the Land, we did everything there. That was the last one we did. Now, Mysteries of the Realm. The Mother Crystals. Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the land of Valisthea. They are the source of all the crystals that the people of the Twins rely on for their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with ether, making the magics of the crystals cast even more potent. For these reasons, great nations have sprung up around each Mother Crystal and have long warred with each other for the possession of their blessings. Deadlands is red. Crystals! One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without innate power to do so and cast magics. And as most Vastarians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by the governments across the Twins. A given shard can only channel a certain amount of aether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is incessant. Alright, next one. Magic. Magic, the art of channeling ether to make one's imagination manifest. This can take the aspect of one of the 8 elements: fire, water, wind, earth, ice, and thunder. Light and dark, or more rarely, be unaspected. While bearers and dominions can cast spells at will, others require a crystal to do so. Magic is a part of the everyday life for the people of Valisthea, making it all but unlivable when deprived of its gift. Crystal rations. Shards of crystals small enough to be held in the hand, which allows those not born bearers to cast magics. The nations of the Twins see such shards mined from the mother crystals and distributed to the populace, so that every man, woman, and good character, bearings, criminals, and other desirables not included, might enjoy the gift of magic. It's common for people to keep about their persons in a protective case. Municipal shards. Large crystals that are constructed to towns and cities across Valisthea in order to serve the populace. Where those shards rationed out to individuals might suffice to fill a cup or light an oven, municipal shards fill wells, fires, forges, light the streets of the great cities of the Twins. Aether. The life force in which the land and the source of all magic. The amount of aether a spell consumes depends on the strength of those manifesting the power of the forces over the wider area among a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more aether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to cast more powerful magics. One might use a small ration shard to grill a fish, but would require a large municipal crystal to fire a blacksmith's forge. First shield. Title granted to the mightiest and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian army. The first shield is entrusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix and gifted a portion of the Achion's power over flame, a boon known as the Blessing of the Phoenix. The Blessing of the Phoenix! The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother Clive, ordination as his first shield, allowing him to wield fire aspect magic without a crystal. It's long been a custom in Rosaria for the dominant of the Phoenix to share part of their power in this way, performing the rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors, that they might serve them better. Achion, magical beings of godlike strength who dwell within human hosts known as dominants, only emerging when they're dominant primes. History records 8 Achions in total, each with a unique elemental affinity. It's commonly held that 2 Achions of the same element can't coexist, but as none has ever witnessed all of these rare creatures together, the conjecture is yet to be proven. Priming, the act of the dominant transforming into the living flesh into the Echion. Dominants, most often primed during times of war, using the immense strength of their Echions turns the tide of battle. Though this is usually done deliberately, the dominant remain in control of the Echion even when it's primed. On occasion, a dominant will lose control of their powers, and the Echion will run riot. Brand. The mark applied to the cheeks of bearers, identifying them as something other than a human. The great nation of Valisthea has a long-standing accord to brand their bearers in this way, that their slaves might be traded across borders. And the mark applied to the cheek of the bearers across Valisthea, identifying them as something other than human. Newborn babes are checked at birth. Those who are found to be bearers are branded and then taken into custody of the state. Rarely bearers evade this test, either because their parents hide them, the testers are lax in their duties, or their powers do not awaken until later, yet most do not remain unbranded for long. The form that we've read. Reread that, guys. Bearers are forced to fight for the nations that enslave them, able to cast powerful magics, yet entirely disposable. They are often placed in the front lines of battle, or assigned to highly dangerous scouting or assassination missions. Beastman is a somewhat derogatory nomenon given the collection of group of demi-humanoid beings that include goblins, orcs, minotaurs, among others. Beastmen tend to differ from most wild creatures in demonstrating a distinctive intelligence, possessing the capacity for spoken and sometimes even written language, as well as complex tool building, and many have developed unique, albeit simple, civilizations of their own. With civilizations, however, will often come the desire to expand, and its ambition that has resulted in the clashes with with humanity over the centuries. The Rosarian national anthem, perhaps the most beloved ditty in the duchy. The Rosarian national anthem was written for the occasion for the new nation's founding and is filled with patriotic imagery of a rolling meadow, rising flames and stirring songs. It was oft heard raising the rafters of the ducal alehouse, particularly close to closing time, where the disputes over lyrics to the less practiced third verse would be occasionally end in fisticuffs. Metia, a burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Metia the role of message bearer to the moon, so it's common custom across Valisthea to wish upon a star that one's heartfelt desire might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. Travelling minstrels who from place to place perform in hostelries across Valisthea to the accompany of a lute or lyre. They provide not only entertainment but information on the state of the realms, often singing significant events and important personages. The hideaway has its own residential bard that can iterate amongst its residents and might remain informed. Orchestra, a curious clockwork contraption that is able to perform several different musical compositions at the flick of a switch. Journal of Moss. The Annals of Moss the Chronicler, a scholar of Valisthea's history, noted not only for his singular insight, but for the lyricism of his writing, an exceptionalism that earned him the enmity of his fellow scholars, that drove him from public life. Such were the misgivings toward him, that only a handful of copies of the journal were ever produced, making the tome a prize find among collectors. Bestiary. Yeah, that's all read. Bestiary, the second Echion of Fire. A fire aspect Echion first emerged in the year of the realm 1860, when Imperial forces attacked the Rosarian stronghold of Phoenix Gates. Clad in infernal flame, the fiendish creature flung itself against the Phoenix, overpowering the Echion with strength and ferocity never seen before or since. Titan! The Warden of the Earth, of whom Hugo Culper is the current dominant, takes the form of a stone-skinned giant whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Titan's dominant awakens among the people of the Dacian deserts, the recipient of his strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in return for a commitment to protecting the nation in times of war. The Phoenix. Basic information. Warden of the Fire, whose strength resides within Joshua Rosenfeld, heir to the Rosarian throne. The Phoenix is always born in the ducal line and is worshipped by the populace, not least because its flames, both destructive and regenerative, have delivered the duchy from disaster many times over. The Warden of Fire, last seen on the night of the Imperial invasion of the Phoenix Gate in the year 8060, when the young Joshua lost control of his powers. The Phoenix first awakened among motes of fire, an ancient tribe who dwelled in the western reaches of Storm, and carefully preserved the bloodline among the Rosarian nobility, ensuring that its dominant would always be born in the ducal line. Shiva, the Warden of the Ice, whose appearance on the battlefield makes the enemy's blood run cold. The Iron Fist sent Shiva against the Republican forces in the Nisa Defile, where she dueled against Titan, the Echion of Earth. The Warden of Ice, of whom Jill Warwick is the current dominant, with her glacial aspects and ability to conjure boreal boulders from the ether. Shiva's appearance on the battlefield makes her enemy's blood run cold. Goblins. Common species of beastmen. At first glance, they may seem like mindless predators. Goblins have their own unique language and are skilled enough to both cast magics and make rudimentary tools and weapons. While mostly found on the continent of Storm, with the spread of the Blight has forced them to find homes near by human settlements and move the ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. Gigas. They are oft witnessed in the presence of goblins. Many believe the lumbering brutes to be goblins themselves, albeit ones that have grown to prodigious size. Scholars, however, deny these claims and insist the two tribes are independent and their relationship a symbiotic one, with the Gigas providing protection and the sly goblins who in turn provide the craftless giants with sundry arms vestiges such as charnel carnets created from the bones of their victims. The spread of the Blight has seen both tribes impinge on human territory with increased frequency, and recently spying having them close to the civilization and as the three Rosarian roads. I'm just getting that white spirit taste. The Morables, a foul cocktail of bile and partially digested prey accumulated within these giant carnivorous plants. Bellies making their breath so spectacularly rancid that it can be used as a weapon to repel would-be attackers. Morables favour more humid climates such as those found on the volcanic isles of the Iron Kingdom. However, the spread of the blight has driven the mobile flora to cooler areas such as the swamps of Rosea. Chocobos, favoured steed of the Vastilian. While they are mainly bred for riding, some are used to pull wagons and some are even eaten, but the boldest and bravest are put forward to use by the military. They are intelligent and fiercely loyal creatures and tend to tolerate their own master's attention. Wild chocobos are no less vigilant and will readily attack anyone who they perceive to be a threat. Anyone who isn't carrying a fistful of geisha greens, that is. And Stolius, owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those with whom they are attuned. In response to an ancient incantation, their lithial third eyes store these thoughts in the form of the aether, allowing them to be passed on as and when required, though only to the intended recipient. Stoluses are mainly kept by royal, noble, and other figures of authority for the purposes of sending secret urgent messages and are seldom available to the common folk. And we're done. We're all caught up. The doors of enlightenment are beginning to open. Harpocrates.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Yes.
Have you come for a tale? When I was very young...
Okay. When I was very young and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night, and the only book he had, a history of Asteria by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted I was by the realm of myth and magic that when I was of age, I enlisted as a deckhand on the merchant's gallery, that I might see with my own eyes. Yet when I arrived, I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight, and evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of moths and record what I could, so I did, in all manner of places and all manner of roles, until my aging legs could carry me no longer. Fortunately, Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering.
Do come again.
That puts up a question in my mind. Why is the side dialogue not fully playing? Is it a setting I have, or is it just... Yeah, is that a bug? Or is that a feature? Okay. Yeah, it's a feature. That's weird.
Don't think I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot.
I have all this, like, ambient dialogue voice acted, but...
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Quest accepted. Food for thought.
Oh, meal. How long has it been?
Do you think we should go and help? It sounds like Otto has everything.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
You'd think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Lonely, are we, August?
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
Ah, nice. Changing the tune. Background music can be played in the hideaway. Can be changed by the orchestrion. The track's expanded using orchestrion rolls acquired from main scenario quests, shops, or treasure coffers. Okay.
The Ironblood were quick to...
I'd been cast out and left for dead when Sid found me. There's not a day goes by I don't count my blessings. I'd been cast out and left for dead when Sid found me. There's not a day goes by.
It's nice to see the hideaway finally coming alive. It wasn't so long ago us old hands were ratting about the place like peas in a bucket.
Well, well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
Just keep an eye on doing that to break up all that lore and things like that.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
I got some more wireite. And also a drop in hours from work. Alright. Excuse me a sec, guys. I'm still here, people. Just have other things to do and set up. Give me a hot minute. There we go. And we're good. You all had plenty of time to read about the treasure coffers. Badge of metal.
Eat your food while it's hot and see that none goes to waste. Follow those 2 simple rules and you will always be welcome at the Fat Chocobo.
Ah, that's nice. Gear. Badge of metal. The strength of a city is defined by the guards that man its walls. The strength of a city guard is defined by the pride in their hearts and the laurels at their breast. This badge provides its wearer with one of the 2. Yeah, no.
Do you think we should go and help? It sounds like Otto has everything under control. As always.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital. And by the look of those bruises, not a moment too soon.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where they came from.
You another one of Sid's strays? What? We all are. Little uns, big uns, and everything in between. We're a damn sight better off here than out there in the world.
Sid once told me, the blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her forget who she once was. She'll eventually remember her purpose. All she needs is a little reminding.
This whole place is falling apart.
Geoffrey, the head carpenter.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
Make do and mend. Fetch the wood for the carpenter. I'd be happy to.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Quest accepted.
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Here we are. I'd better get this to... Geoffrey, was it?
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
Make, do, and mend. More meteorite used in crafting. And a gillbug. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, this small insect does not get its name from its appearance, but rather from the fact that it's highly sought after by physics for use in brewing medicines in summer. When the beetles are most numerous, children across the realms will spend nigh every waking hour collecting specimens in readiness to exchange them for a handful of coppers. As children have tiny hands, however, the amount is fewer than one might expect. Oh.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you going to buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Woo! Both consumables, items, and gear can be purchased at the shops around Valisthea. Shop stock changes as the story progresses, so be sure to check in frequently. Ah. So I can buy a broadsword if I wanted one, which is what I will do.
Can't find a better price than that. I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a guiltier name. You're taking his side now? And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
Sharian, one of Sid's most trusted allies, a merchant who calls the hideaway her home. With a little help from her hard-working yet long-suffering apprentice Gotas, she can source whatever supplies the residents of the hideaway need, provided they are willing to pay. She wears a glass eye in her right socket. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Can't you see I'm busy here? What do you want?
Ah, I need more wave rate to get a broadsword +1 going. Oh no, that's craft. Okay. Yeah, we want reinforce.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. Anything else?
No, that's not what I was looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for the Master Thrust. Or the Lunge. Or the Stinger, or whatever I want to call it. There we go. The Artery Stone is now accessible. This customization of virtual landscapes provides Clives a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. Hall of Virtue. Commence training. Hall of Virtue is a fully customized battlescape that provides Clive with a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Open the training menu and adjust both enemy and ally parameters.
Stay down! It's over. That's enough.
Okay. It's fine, I get it. Good that it's there.
Hold on.
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
This should be fun.
Just give me a second, guys.
Right.
There's a good girl. Hungry, are you?
Bastard blood flies everywhere.
I told you we should have taken the Crystal Road.
And I told you we're outlaws. Well, you want every bounty hunter in Storm harrying us from here? To the Holy Capital? Besides, what's wrong with a shortcut through nature's splendor?
The Deadlands claim more of the realm each day. But a place like this still exists is a miracle in itself. Bloodflies and all.
We'll be back in Imperial land soon. You all right?
Never better.
Sounds like it. That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Let's go! Fanning embers. Torgal has joined the party and will fight alongside Clive. Pet commands. Use the left stick to toggle between item shortcuts and pet commands. The following 3 commands are available. Sick, which is an attack. Heal, cast Cure on Clive. Ravage, launch an enemy into the air. Timely Assistance. The accessory known as the Ring of Timely Assistance removes the needs of giving Torgal commands. When it's equipped, Torgal will attack and heal automatically based on the current battle situation.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts?
No great wood. A vast forest in the southern part of the Saprake wildlife thrives here, but the delicate balanced ecosystem has been thrown into disarray in the recent years with the encroachment of the Blight and the beasts driven before it. So dangerous it has become travelers rarely venture here anymore. And Torgal, Clive's faithful friend, the two were separated on the night of the tragedy of Phoenix Gate, yet reunited 13 years later in the depths of the Nisa Defile. In the intervening years, Torgal not only grew up a fine hound, but met with Sid, who trained him to work as a hunting dog. After meeting Clive again, Torgal gladly returns to the service of his former master.
Deadly beast. Nothing a trained assassin can't handle, though.
How reassuring.
You're welcome. For that and the shortcut. Maybe they're friendly like
Worgen!
Oh, maybe they're not.
Keep your distance, boy.
Too slow. You know what to do, boy. Don't let them get away. Get him. It's over. We're finished.
We still have a way to go.
Good boy.
This way, your lordship.
Get it, boy.
I can give my boy snacks. Yes.
What in good Grieger's name is he doing this far south?
Looking for food. No more wolves where he's from. The north was one of the first parts of Storm to fall to the Blight.
Poor sod. I'd invite him over for a cup of tea if I didn't think he'd eat the dog.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
Remember when I said there'd be deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts aren't much better.
And you only think to mention this now.
Too slow. You lose.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted. I'll take it from here.
That's better. After you.
Thank you kindly.
The ruins. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Some say there was a time they blocked out the stars. Down was the only way left for them to go. There's probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on. Mind your head.
Two sharp fangs. Magicked ash. All creation is possible because of the ether. It is what gives the formless form and the lifeless life. When an object is consigned to the flames, whether due to age, accident, or ill intent, the ether contained within it is released and returned to the land. There are, however, rare instances in which an elemental charge remains trapped inside the resulting detritus, and skilled weaponsmith can harness this energy for use in their work. Bloody hide. When properly treated with urine, lime, salt, and a lengthy soak in chocobo brains, this eco-fleckled skin will make for a fine piece of leather indeed. And then sharp fangs. If there is one thing for which the fauna of Aslos do not want, it's more dagger-shaped fangs to line their severing mauls, and so those in Bastion fortunate enough to not succumb to said fangs have conceived indigenous ways of fashioning them into a myriad of articles of venture ranging from cutlery to bijouterie? Shootery? Alright, 120. That was perfect for it, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Go for heat wave.
Stop admiring the view and get down here.
A wyvern.
I can see that. Doesn't happen to be a friend of yours, does he?
Over here. Keep your distance, boy. Toggle. Too slow. Don't let them get away.
Spoils. Dragon's Talon. Upon close suspicion of a lesser dragon's foot, one may observe the middle talon is considerably longer than the rest. This extended appendage is used to puncture the flesh, eat parts of a creature's prey, causing severe blood loss and weakening them for the kill.
Must be a nest nearby. Keep your eyes open.
Actually, I am going to have my eyes closed if you don't mind. Because for now, I am going to end the stream. I'll be back with you guys in the next hour. Thanks very much for watching. Do any likes, follows, comments, or subscribes that you may wish you want to do. But I'm going to have a short break, new cup of tea, and all that jazz.